If you finally decided to tune in and watch this, right, what mortgage lenders don't want you to know is, one, that you have options, okay? You have options. Just because you speak to one mortgage professional doesn't mean that's the end-all, be-all of mortgages. It's super important that you actually talk to multiple different mortgage professionals, whether it be a mortgage banker or a mortgage broker, so you can identify and strategically see if what they're saying is actually true and accurate. I hear so many inaccurate things when I'm like the second or third or fourth opinion when my clients come to me, right? Oh, I can't get a VA loan because my credit score is not a 640. Or they're only will give me a loan, but I have to be at a 620. Or my DTI has to be at 45. Or whatever the case is, right? What those lenders don't want you to know, if they're saying that they want to get you to a higher credit score or a lower debt to income ratio, or they won't accept, voluntary child support, all of that just says overlays. So what your lenders don't want you to know is that the bank that they work for has more rules, more criteria, and more guidelines. What happens is, whether you're getting a conventional loan or a VA loan or an FHA loan, these government entities like Fannie, they set the rules for conventional loans. HUD, the Housing of Urban Development, they set the rules for FHA, and the VA sets the rules for, you guessed it, VA loans. But banks also have the ability to put extra rules and extra layers in place to protect them and mitigate their risk. If you are not working with a mortgage professional who underwrites directly to those set of guidelines, they're just making it harder for you to get a mortgage. That's all that they're doing. If they don't have the ability just to say, yes, HUD will accept this, yes, Fannie will accept this, all they're doing is saying, that level of risk is too much for us.
No, I don't accept that. Ever. No, I reject that out of hand. I mean, look.
Which is, it's okay. That's how they want to run their business, but that's what they don't want you to know. So they give you excuses and they try to hide behind those guidelines without saying, no, that's what our bank requires, not what is truly required, right? It's one of those things to where, if you go to school says that you can pass with a bunch of C's and D's. They're technically passing. But your parents are like, nah, you have to have A's and B's, right? So like there's what is actually required to pass, but what your parents will accept in your household before you come home and you get that butt whipping, right? You're just sitting there coming through the door and daddy's just sitting there waiting like Denzel. All right, okay. You're going to tell me you studied all really hard and all you got was a bunch of C's and D's. All right, I'm going to whip your ass. It's one of those things to where literally banks are holding other people back because of their overlays. So, and one of the ones that most recently came out, I know we touched about it before, was about those, FHA student loans. Some lenders are making people wait until August the 16th to acknowledge the 0.5% in the income-based repayment plans on FHA. Well, we're doing it immediately. So that's one thing. Another thing is I've seen people not get qualified at other banks because retail chains have higher interest rates. They just do. They have more layers. They have more overhead. They have branch managers and operations and regionals and middle management. Mortgage brokers, we don't have that. They don't want you to know that. Mortgage brokers, we don't have any of that overhead. We work for you, the client. You don't write our paycheck, right? Like the bank begs us to send us their loan because we work with so many different banks, right? So they don't want you to know that we're giving you options, flexibility. So if I could just narrow it down into one thing, the reason why everyone loves Amazon is because they have great pricing, great rates, and great products. And that's exactly what mortgage brokers and we have in the community is what we have. Great products, great service, and great rates. So that's just touching the surface of what your mortgage lenders don't want you to know. They don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that you can close a loan in 2 weeks, or that you can possibly rescue a loan in 7 days. They don't want to know that because they don't have the operational staff behind them or the banks that do the upfront underwriting upfront to get them approved the same day. They just don't have that. So man, I'm probably going to get a lot of backlash from all these other lenders, man. You know, you're telling the secrets. Why are you doing that? It must be told, Simba.